talking about the safety of the transportation system of the Philippines. Ang daming aksidente, mga truck, mga jeep, mga motorcycle, no? Is there anything we can do about this? Ang una-una, nakita ko dito, ang mga truck na wala ng preno, sino magsalanan? Driver o yung may-ari ng truck? Maintenance, no? Tsaka isa pa yung training ng mga drivers, no? So, how can you address that? Thank you.
I think malaking bahagi dyan is really enforcement of existing laws eh. Kasi kung traffic rules and regulations, very basic naman yan eh. Nandiyan naman yan sa ating mga batas na we even have local ordinances for that. Ang problema talaga is enforcement. So dapat yung regular na maintenance ng mga sasakyan, there is already provision for that. Tapos kailangan nga, bago ka makapag-rehistro, dadaan yan sa, di ba, may Oo, sari-sari na yan eh. Comprehensive yan eh. Ako, every year, dinadaanan ko yan eh. Talagang ini-inspect. Ngayon, malamang, may nakakalusot, may pinapalusot. So I think it is more a problem of enforcement rather than a lack of rules and regulations. Balikan ko lang yung sa bigas. Itong 20 pesos talagang gimmick ng pag-election. There is no shortcut sa pagpapababa ng presyo ng bigas. Hindi magagawa yan sa isang taon, 2 taon. Kailangan i-overhaul natin ang rice industry. And kami mo sa mga bayan, ang una pang nag-file dito si Kapay Mariano with the State Congress, filed a Rice Industry Development Act. Na yun ang supposedly, yun ang proposal namin para i-overhaul ang rice industry. At ang mga susing elements niya, tiyakin na yung lupa ng mga magsasaka natin, nasa kanilang pag-aari. Kasi malaking bahagi ng kanilang kinikita na pupunta sa renta yan ng lupa. So that prevents the farmers from really earning yung isa pa. Pangalawa, yung mga production subsidies. Hindi pwedeng walang production subsidies. From irrigation to breeding, yung rice varieties, etc. Hanggang marketing. Pangatlo, yung papel ng National Food Authority, which the rice trade liberalization cut down to size. So ang NFA, malaki ang papel, lalo na sa usapin ng marketing and distribution and regulating the prices. Yung isa pa dyan, yung pagtigil sa conversion ng mga rice lands natin, convert yan into subdivisions by you know who. Pero, so ito yung mga bagay, hanggat hindi na-address ito, rice will always be expensive. At hindi natin kaya lawanan yung production sa Vietnam, sa Thailand. So we need an overhaul. And there is a proposal for that. So ang challenge po namin sa darating ng Kongreso at Senado, action na yung Rice Industry Development Act. I think estimated cost nito is around 50 billion a year. Siguro for 5 or 5 to 7 years. At yun talaga ang solusyon. Hindi pwede ito tuwing may election, mga ngako, and then they will artificially lower the price para lang masabi may 20 pesos. It is not sustainable and it is artificial.